Hey guys, I'm Simulator Tech, and today I'm taking a look at one of the coolest keyboards I've ever seen. This is the Freya by Studio. The one I have specifically is the Freya Ultra. Inside this cool box is a metal case that feels quite durable and high quality. It uses latches to close, which is sick. Inside the case we have many parts with themed packaging. Firstly, we have some Studio screw-in stabs. In these yellow packets are batteries since this keyboard supports wireless connectivity via Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz. Next, we have a braided coiled USB-C cable. Lastly, for the case, we have some hex keys as well as two types of case feet depending on which matches better. The case itself is wrapped in this nice microfiber cloth bag thing, and wow, it looks insane. The board is a 65% layout similar to the Icky 68 with a badge above the arrows. However, the 4-key nav cluster can be replaced with a touchscreen and knob. It's very unique, and some people may or may not like it, but I think it looks great. The entire back of the board is mirror finished with a Freya badge in the middle. It looks amazing, but dude, I can't pick up the board without getting fingerprints everywhere. As the name suggests, this board is inspired by the Norse goddess Freya. The side profile looks super cool and has 3 layers. The middle layer has ridges that look like wings, which comes directly from the Norse goddess. There's a lot of different depictions of Freya, but many of them show her with wings. The rear of the case has a curved separation of the top and bottom cases and a centered USB-C port. On the left side of the case is an extra column where you can put keys or a slider, though that's only for the Ultra version. The standard version does not have the extra section. Now, I was about to start building the board when I realized, whoa, there's no assembly parts. Where's the PCB? Where's the plate? And where's the foam? Then I looked back at the box, and turns out there's a pull-out drawer with the parts inside, which is awesome. All of the packaging follows the same designs as the rest of the box, which ties the theme together nicely. The PCB here has flex cuts, south-facing hot swap sockets, and QMK support. Nothing too crazy. One of this keyboard's cool features is the plate. Studio has made the plate out of 2 materials. Mine is polycarbonate in the alphas and the rest is aluminum. I think this is a cool and innovative design that I'm surprised no other company has tried. With this plate, I can get the deeper sound of polycarbonate on the alphas and that poppy aluminum spacebar. There are other options for plates with different materials, so that's worth checking out. No Studio board is complete without foam, and this keyboard has a lot of them. Alright, now that we've unboxed all of the parts, let's start building the board. The case can be disassembled by removing 4 screws on the back that the case feet cover. As we can see, the bottom case has some interesting designs. We have a PCB for the knob and screen, and the battery compartment is covered by what I believe is a steel weight. The interesting part is the inclusion of springs on the edges of the case. The mounting system is marketed as a non-load-bearing gasket mount design, so I assume the springs support the PCB and allow for a more flexible typing experience. In the bottom right corner of the case, there are little badges with the production year and the name of the board. As we can see, mine, being a prototype, was produced in 2023. Let's quickly install the batteries under the cover. One of the cool features of the Ultra version of the Freya is the option to install a slider on the left side of the board. First, we screw the mechanism with a ribbon cable to the bottom case, and the top part screws into the top case. Moving on, we have our PCB, in which we'll install the stabs. Mine are lubed with 205G0 on the stems and dielectric grease on the wires. For this build, I will not be using the PE foam, but I will use the plate foam. On goes our plate. The switches I'm using are Epomaker's Wisteria switches. They're preloop linear switches and they're very poppy. I enjoy using these on spacebars for other boards since they help increase the volume in most cases. Also, I've installed the silicone dumbbell gaskets that attach to the plate. On the back of the PCB is our case foam. I wasn't planning on using it, but when I saw the flex cuts on the PCB, I thought the board would probably sound better with it. Because of the batteries, daughter board, screen, and slider, 5 cables need to be installed into the back of the PCB, which makes installation slightly inconvenient. After that, the top case just slides right on. For such a nice keyboard, you know I have to use only the most exclusive and premium keycaps. So for this build, I'm using Keychron's Camel keycaps. For 40 bucks, they're pretty decent. They're double shot PBT with pretty crisp legends and their cherry profile. I think they match the gold accents on the board well. Alright, now that the build is complete, let's see how it sounds. Initially, when I saw the flex cuts on the PCB, I had pretty low expectations for the way this board would sound. However, with the help of a little bit of foam, the alphas sound clacky but not harsh. And the spacebar has a wonderful pop that contrasts the alphas. I'm not sure how the sound would hold up without foam, but in my configuration it sounds great. In terms of feel, there's not a whole lot of flex, and the feel is slightly different between the alphas and the rest of the board because of the different plate materials. It's not a harsh typing experience at all, but it's not going to be a trampoline either. Of course, the sound and feel are not what makes this board unique, but the touchscreen and slider if you have the Ultra. The screen can be controlled with the Pocket Wuche app, and you can upload GIFs. You can also have it show the weather, take notes, set timers, and more. Around the screen is a knob that can control the volume of your device. On the left side is the slider, which first looks really cool, and second controls volume as well. Now at this point, you're likely thinking, wow, this keyboard is awesome and I really want one, but how much does it cost? Well, the non-Ultra version of this board starts at $330 and can go up to $380. The Ultra version starts at $400 and can go up to $450. And the collaboration versions start at $480 and can go up to $490. Yep, it's not very cheap. I think the price of $330 for the non-Ultra version is not a bad price considering the intricacy of the case design and the inclusion of the touchscreen. Personally, that's the way I would go. However, if you want the slider on the left, you'll have to pay an extra $70 for the Ultra version. Overall, I think this board is rather niche and is made for those who want a very unique keyboard and are willing to pay a premium price for a premium product. As of recording this video, the Freya is available for purchase on Group Buy. So if you're considering buying it, don't wait until after the group buy ends when you must haggle with sellers on Mech Market. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and thank you Wuche Studio for sending out this lovely board. See you guys later. Bye!